Joining me today to discuss cybersecurity is Ben Miller, Director of Threat Operations for Dragos Security. Morning, Ben.
Morning, Sid.
Good to see you again. Cybersecurity is a very broad range of solutions today and services being offered by people. And I know Dragos is kind of uniquely positioned, at least I think so. So could you describe where you fit and how Dragos is different?
Yeah, sure. So it's a big question, actually. There's a number of ways to answer that. I think fundamentally, Dragos sees ourselves as as the core as our technology. And our technology, we call it the Dragos platform. And that is centered around an on-premise solution that is doing passive monitoring for asset discovery as well as threat detection. But how we do threat detection is a bit unique in what we call threat behavioral analytics. So actually, take a small pause there. We have two teams separate from that, the Threat Operations Center as well as our intelligence team. And these, it's world-class individuals on these teams, large veterans of the community. And we're taking a lot of their experiences, their knowledge, and we're codifying that into what we call threat behavioral analytics. And that is, in essence, what we call event or intelligence-driven security.
You've mentioned the word intelligence-driven. I've seen it before. And what is different about that, and why is that important?
Sure.
Why is it an important thing for people to understand? Because I think it differentiates you quite.
Yeah. So I think it would be, it seems straightforward that you could take asset discovery tool, have a large data set there, add some machine learning engine on top of that, and be able to have a anomaly-centric view of the world. The challenge with that is that the anomalies that may get fired off from there, while they're certainly valid, they lack a lot of the context. So you don't necessarily know if it's a malicious anomaly or a benign one. And that's really on the customer to investigate, understand, wrap their heads around. The threat intel-driven or threat behavioral analytics is definitely getting that same outcome of a deep understanding of the assets in the environment, but with the added benefit of the context around it. So the events that we're characterizing are real world attacks, real world threat actors out there. And so when the customer has a alert that gets triggered in the event, that they're getting the benefits of all the context around that, so that they can understand forensically what is there and what it really means, which is ultimately speeding up their ability to understand, respond, and recover from the event in entirety.
I know you have a very strong services team. So do you see yourself as a services company that happens to have a product, or is it a product company with some services?
Answer that question a lot. So that's a great question. We definitely pride ourselves in the individuals that we brought on to both the Threat Operations Center and the Intel team. The challenge that we face is the same challenge that, all of our customers face, which is there's an extreme demand for the veteran level staff that has strong capability in not just industrial systems, but defending industrial systems. And there's so few of those in the marketplace. So we do leverage them for services to get them in the field so that they stay current in understanding the current landscape. But ultimately, the end goal at the end of the day is that codification of their experience into the platform itself, and the amplification into the platform is the goal.
One of the things I talk about a lot, and I think you see, and you'll definitely see here at the ARC Forum, is the thing of IT/OT convergence, and in cybersecurity, as I'm talking about in particular. Is that what you see, and how can Dragos help people with that?
I guess that there's multiple angles on that. So I think from the intelligence side and our intelligence reporting, historically, the cyber threat intelligence has been very IT-centric. We're really the only ones in the market with a exclusive industrial control system security footprint, and that's changing the narrative quite a bit for the asset owners who are responsible for industrial environments. So that's definitely one angle, and then on the threat operations center side, there's really two two key points there. I think one, we have a 5-day training class, and that is on premise in Maryland. And whether you are a process control engineer with added responsibilities for cybersecurity, it can get them a leg up in the game, or alternatively a new security operations center person entering the industry and now responsible for this weird thing called industrial systems. And so that moves towards both of those individuals quite well. But a lot of our engagements as well are not just one silo or the other. We find ourselves often communicating between the teams and being that translation mechanism between them, and that's been very successful over the last year as well. And then finally, the platform is really just turning the idea of defense in industrial environments and making that easy is ultimately our goal there, and that's what we've been achieving. Either whether you're a process control engineer or again that SOC analyst.
Well, Ben, it's been a pleasure talking to you as always.
Thanks.
Thank you. Today we've been speaking with Ben Miller, Director of Threat Operations for Dragos Security. Thank you for watching.